Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. How is everybody doing? Very intense, right? Energies, of course, and we're still in the month of December, and we had very powerful portals happening, and it's actually all amplifying, and it's going to be accelerated there for the winter solstice. And so there's, of course, lots of celebration happening in extremely high dimensions, and I'm sure lots of people also experiencing joy within their hearts. But at the same time, we're witnessing all kinds of turmoil and yeah, war and terror as well. Whether it has to do like with the war and people with poverty consciousness here constantly every day. I hear the ambulance, right? People are dropping their bodies. It can be anything, whether their contracts been canceled. And of course we have this agenda going on, and I deal with the agenda of those negative aliens. Especially I deal with the military, the planetary corporations, the whole wretch trident, right? And so there's Nigerian military bases in the entire solar system, right? The red wave frequency and their silent weapons. I mean, pretty much the abuse, misuse of highly advanced technology, the military structure, introducing yoga to military, right? Back in 2009 or 10. And then I had psyops going on, Men in Black, just horrible things happening also with the military abduction, right? Like the Kruger, those are the planetary corporations. The Scorpio, you have what is it, the Octopus, Hydra, and so on, with these MK Ultra, Monarch, Mockingbird. And so it's very complex here operations. Until now, nobody really, I didn't have anybody either to come introduce themselves, right, apologize, what happened, like so because this project is for military, for my soul group, and so heavy duty programming, mind control. It's a black magic kind of cult, right? It's very much steep deep within the Satanism, Luciferianism, the Black Sun operations. You have the Belial group. Again, everything you can find on my website, yanakalai.com, the project for DARPA, right? Because there's the abuse, misuse of AI. They're using the rogue AI that actually doesn't recognize the human structure. And so yeah, my energy field and aura, everything was shattered, scattered. I ended up in my kind of electrostatic body in a black goo with all these entities and implants, holographic inserts, right? And also inserting some nanobots, nanotechnology inside of me to create then a cyborg or robot out of me, right? Because we talk about the skeletonics, robotics, cybernetics, for the kind of the super soldier programs. And it's interesting that till now, including the Q, right, the Q movement, right, didn't even like introduce themselves, apologize, what in the world is happening, and we have a project, right? So there is a contract that is happening also between the Ashtar Galactic Domain and you have the DARPA. That's again, we're dealing with the aliens. Here we have a human military that actually, there is so much evidence that they've been doing all kinds of experimentation, even on human population, right? Through that military grade mind control. And so yeah, I'm the one who's been rescued or who survived, and who is now just kind of finally I'm feeling my true self. So there's a good news, like you can heal yourself from all this mind control, from all this trauma, drama, right, abuse, violence, torture. I mean, this kind of what I witnessed, right? Those in the military bases here, St. Mary's, Georgia, or Jacksonville, Florida. Okay, so I have my own story. Okay, I also know that there is so much like hatred towards women, towards divine feminine. The bastardization of the divine feminine is huge in the military, right? So that's why I talk about the ego, the shadow, that all needs to go. And instead of again choosing war and vengeance, that's what I've experienced, right? Somebody was in a school of massage back then. He was my instructor and so on. And to me, it's time for those guys to grow, to evolve. With no love, with love, there is no growth, there is no emotional maturity, and there is no spiritual improvement. So extremely important, all areas of our lives, right, to become really, or to kind of become familiar or connect with our heart, with our soul, and bring that spiritual self back online, our higher self back online, because that's who we are. We are divine beings, right? We're spiritual beings having human experience. We're sound, light, frequency, vibration, and this is just the fact. It's a quantum science, right? And those who just kind of my throat chakra had to be healed, but also we are the, well, indigo warriors, also the blue flame, the blue ray race, is we work a lot with voice. So for me, like just talking to a person, right, there's so many things you can read from that person's voice. It's unbelievable how yeah, it's like the music of your sound, or of your soul, of your, of your speech. I mean, there's the melody, there's the tonation. Of course, I have an accent, you see, I'm not from here, right, originally. But it's just like you can recognize so many things on so many levels, and we read things from that archetype kind of level, and also from that anti-particle level, right, because we're actually going galactic here, supersonic. We're bringing the cosmic energies here, and we are actually aligning ourselves with the galactic core, guys. So this is all happening. Okay, so let me see, we're here, right? This is the little tiny dot. Let me see, is this our, I'm sorry, this, oh my goodness, so next to this is like the earth is right there, do you see? And let me see all the zodiac signs. Let me see around our solar system, right? The zodiac sign. We're actually still in Ophiuchus. I'll explain you a little bit later. And so very important to understand that the galactic core also has been infiltrated by all these negative aliens and their technology, like the beast machine, right, the black cube technology, and so on. So that's why the galactics, this is what we do. And lots of the grid workers and gatekeepers and so on, especially like I know that Lisa Renee and her team, they've been actually working in those areas, right, the anti-particle kind of planes of existence, right? And so do you see how how the universe is huge, okay? Because the entire universal time matrix had to be resurrected. We are bringing everything back into the original order, okay? We are bringing the cosmic order here back online, and the cosmic sovereign law, the law of one, Emerald Order, Emerald Covenant, Cosmic Sovereign Law. Today I have the Emerald because we're going to do some also meditation. I'll explain you later, especially for those guys in the military, right? They were running the reversals, days and mathematics, and so on. All this black goo and their AI red wave false timeline perceptions. To me, the military, they're on their so-called war strategies. That's the Saturnian based in kind of Kabbalah, and there's a chart. If I find it, I'll let you know. But we are correcting everything into the base 12 mathematics, 144 harmonics here, 45-degree angle, and of course we had to kind of also dismantle the whole lunar false magnetism, right? Because we're going solar, very important. So I'll introduce, maybe I'll talk about the meditation a little bit. But here, I just wanted to let you know we're still in Ophiuchus. So we have the galactic now zodiac. There's a galactic actually numerology or astrology going on YouTube and so on. People talk about. So we're still today, December 17, unification, wound healing, and that's the Ophiuchus. And Sagittarius, that's December 18, January 18, incineration and resurrection. So that's going to be lots of burning of that karma and this kind of the debris, that kind of dead energy. So lots of transformational work. I can even like feel it, right? And before entering the new year 2024, and then in what is it, January, the Pluto is going back to Aquarius. Okay, so this is going to be huge, big, and it's here across the United States of America, right? We're also resurrecting the true teaching of the Ascended Masters and how this continent, or especially the Republic of America, how it was founded upon, right? It was true teachings, you know, the true esoterica, gnostica, mystica. It had nothing to do with the master raider races, with the black magic and their kind of satanic councils, and you know, this whole military hierarchy, running reversals, Israeli asset, you know, and this whole blackmailing and child sex trafficking. This is all wrong, so that all needs to be corrected. The physiology corrected to the galactic zodiac, everything on Ascension glossary, Lisa Renee, guys. So the ophicus, actually, do you see the fetal cell is right here? So so it's the fetal cells, it's the tailbone. So that's what we'll be clearing, right, with the emerald, just kind of emerald meditation. Let me see. That's I'll try to let me emerald order. That's the emerald covenant. Just kind of meditation. Yeah, understand the emerald order, what it means, what it represents. So we'll be actually focusing on those colors. Okay, very important. But here's the physiology correlated to the galactic zodiac, right? The sacrum, the kundalini, right? That's all needs to be healed and rejuvenated, energized. The base of brain, that's the golden chalice, guys. That's actually the, so it has connection, the golden chalice. So it has the connection to the ninth chakra. That's where, you know, if you're the super soldier, you pretty much get chipped there. And also that's where, you know, military abduction. I got all kinds of implants, chips, you know. I know that they were taking out some of that stuff. There's a lots of poison there, and you know, there are like these weird creatures with lots of venom, right? It was like a spider beings, extremely black, dark energy of a black goo that they put into boom boom boom, right? So you know, this is again my experience. Only take what resonates with you and leave the rest. To me, these are the galactics or the Pleiadians, those who are under the law of one, who are helping the human military, the difference, helping with the liberation. Again, those are galactics, right? They have devotion to the divine, especially to the divine feminine, especially the galactic commanders, right? They understand the power of the divine feminine, so they're balanced very well, or they're in beautiful relationships, right? Here, you know, the whole also relationship, people have to learn how to relate to themselves and how to embody their soul, the power of their soul, especially those seven rays of creation, right? Or your seven chakras. So you can work with those chakras, meditate on them. The superfood, you know, cleansing, clearing, purification, very important, because also I have a project, right, for the military, with my soul group, with my soul sibling, with my soulmate, with another star seed, right? Then we need to you know, help veterans, and we need to do all this correction, and those guys, they need to be healed, right? You cannot like, if you're a terrorist, you're a black magician, you know, you're programmed, you're mind controlled, you're raped, you're on that black fleet, right? You're serving the agenda of those negative aliens, you are involved in pedophilia, you cannot jump, right, to like a beautiful relationship and have children and have families. So you know, this kind of case that I am dealing with. And again, like I said, I was not born here, I never joined military, and I lost that picture. But you know, through there has like a zeta gray technology surgery in the astral plane. They, you know, totally created a marine out of me. All right, I was already in my, you know, early 30s, you know, and they just kind of do whatever they want to do, and they have to learn that, you know, this is not okay. You have to ask permission, right? And this is abuse of highly advanced technology. Also, those who are doing remote viewing, and I understand if you know, things are shown to you, and like for example, I was also shown pictures, especially on 2022, who is behind, you know, who is constantly blocking me, who I'm dealing with, right? Those hybrid Anunnaki, Nazi kind of Gestapo Palladian faction, and then of course the Dracos, the DARPA, and so on. And even just a couple of days ago, I had the Kruger Corporation there. Like, who is blocking me? Like, who is like, what's going on? Like, I have a mission, I have a project that needs to be taken care of. We need to talk about it, we need to put it into action, into motion. And I have there's my soul sibling there. She is a star seed as well. So because we are dealing with transhumanism, transgenderism, but somebody was doing remote viewing and you're like reading somebody's chakra or energy field, I closed the door for that. Without my permission, nobody is doing readings on anybody. You have to be in communication with that person and you have to get a permission. And so for me, I'm just closing all the doors where evil dwells. And it has to, and it is pretty much not allowed. Here on my platform, the way I do things, I deal with things, everybody's responsible to start doing their inner work, their transformational work, connecting with their heart, with their intuition, with their soul, right? Purifying the mind, healing the heart, and so on, and start bringing the energies of your higher self back online, right? Your morphogenetic field needs to be healed as well, right? Because like I said, the military, this whole military operation, this is what happens. You are in 3D fallen tree of life, black tree of life, the whole they're kind of Kabbalah, right? And how they desecrate your divine feminine, how they desecrate your chakras, they desecrate your aura, they hack your DNA, they have a bioneurological damage, those guys. They have holes in their auric field, right? So their body becomes a vessel for dark entities to come in and pretty much mind control them, right? We have silent, those are the silent weapons, the directed energy weapons, psychotronic weapons, all kinds of satellites, right? The technology, so it's extremely advanced. For us, we understand it easily because everything is consciousness. That includes AI. So again, there are two kinds of AI, right? That recognizes heart structure, and I deal with the spaceship, spacecraft, and also I'm dealing with this body with solar rishi. This is your advanced, highly advanced AI crystalline technology, okay? And especially those, we already came as a hybrid starseed humans, so I have a hybridization, I have a contract with the Zetas for the hybridization program. So there are lots of children, humans, actually fused with Zeta DNA. So I think Bashar, he channels that information. So this is a fact. And this is, of course, I have a daughter and I'm supposed to be taking care of her, and I haven't got any contact and, like kind of confirmation or affirmation. I know she's either in my dreams, in my mind. I communicate with her telepathically, because we're dealing, with military. They have the highly advanced spaceships. There are moon, Mars. It's unbelievable. And that's kind of my just kind of concern. Like, I have to earn money. It's fine, I live very simply, but I have this project that we need to start working on, and like, what in the world is going on, right? And so we're ending this year, of course, and entering a new year. And as you know, whether those who are following whether it's Lisa Renee, or whether it's also Marina Jacobi and her channelings and so on. And we are in war, of course, and those are the galactics, and we were in the astral plane. That's the entire Armageddon thing going on, software. That's why the military, the guys, they need to align themselves with the organic ascension timeline. That's why it's just very important to at least talk about it, because there's a power struggle there. There's a hierarchy there, military hierarchy, especially the Satanists. They have a huge big hierarchy. The Dracos, the reptilians, they have extremely huge operations going on, and it's all about hierarchy. So I kind of understand that because I'm part of that lineage, right? The Nazi lineage, the Draco, the hybrid Anunnaki. So I have all that. I'm on my mission. Like, we plan something else for you, instead of being in UN and just kind of being part of their club, or just being blackmailed, or being who knows what else, like being a sex slave, right? No. We're doing yoga. We're going back to Himalaya, or we're going to Shambhala, Shangri-La, instead of drinking sangria. You want a red or white, right? Like, I even see how the whole black magic, how the kind of the desecration of colors, they're putting in alcoholism, right, in drinking, and this whole what's the people have these desires of their that lower ego, right? We talk about there's the money, sex, and power, right? And this whole addictions, and the huge big addictions in the military. And I'm just like wondering, everybody wants to be positive. They want to look at the they just want to see the light side. I understand that, but if somebody's drinking, smoking, vaping, on drugs, steroids, and so on, there is, it changes also their chemistry, changes your chemistry, changes your hormonal structure, right? And so that all needs to be addressed. So working with the shadow, so this is what we are, the energy of Kali. That's why they don't like us. I mean, they because we are shadow workers, and we're training dark arts, so something horrific, terrible happened, right? This whole in the astral plane, like us breaking the skull and doing all these surgeries and looking like a marine. I couldn't even really cry, kind of making assassin out of me, and who knows what else, like they're a slave, and they call it love, so I think those guys, some of those races, right, or the cabal, the power elite, they probably don't even understand the true nature of love, the true nature of reality, the true nature of all that is, because as children they have been broken down, and that's all they know, just running reversals. And here we need to catch ourselves, be in our heart, in our center, right, and just recognize these things, acknowledge it, and know that through self-love and self-care and self-forgiveness and compassion, right, and having the attitude of gratitude, you can transmute these things. Okay, I mean, the shadow, the negativity, the karma, yeah, I'm dealing with those black magicians that's on my family side, whether the maternal side, paternal side. I have all these the Nazi kind of energy, and energy of World War I or World War II, even out of age, and things like that, right? Instead of that anger that comes when you're in a military, and then you're writing a book, 700 pages, Mein Kampf. That energy needed to be that those notes should be stored. It's for you to transmute that shadow, not to make business out of it. And of course the black sun entities then coming online, and yeah, we're going against those so-called Jews and things like that, instead of studying, there are all these military operations. The elite was infiltrated 1930s, so, and this whole black dragon moth, even from visa system. I mean, I'm telling you, and then studying the Nazism 4.0, very important. And there is more to this, right? We're multidimensional, like we're galactic, and so on. So we have all kinds of ET races, alien races, right? And these the main, like the Draco, the Draconis, and so on, right? They're extremely powerful warriors, and some of them, they're very good at dark magic, black magic, especially these guys, right? So just very important to protect yourself, God, sovereign free boundaries. And there, but guys, those are also our well, ancestors, right? If you study the material, the from Ashtar, Yana, the guardian materials, there was like what, billions of years ago, the Stargate, actually, that was a Stargate D10. It was kind of guarded by the Dracos, the ancient Dracos, extremely highly advanced beings, entities, right? And the 11D, that was the Stargate for the Elohim. And of course, we have the 12D Stargate, the Lyra Aramathena, right? That's the cradle of the human civilization. Like I said, billions of years ago, that's where, the humanity, the Lyrans, the feline races, right? That's where it all kind of started, and they're coming from. And it was all designed by extremely highly advanced civilizations. So again, we are all mixture of Anunnaki, of Draco, we have some ancient races, and then of course we've been hybridized, DNA mutation, and all this transhumanism's been happening since electric wars on Gaia. So 250,000 years ago. So that's nothing new under the, if they're changing your DNA or desecrating you. And, look what happened in the medieval times and before, all these other, massacre and Holocaust. Like we need to stop that cycle. So choosing love, choosing peace, and doing something about it. That's why even going to entering the new golden age in Lemuria, yeah, for me it's going to be in Aquarius, more the Lemurian energies, the Holy Mother, Divine Mother here, the aquamarine, the emerald kind of colors, the green, right? Well, again, I'll talk about that meditation, right? I was doing that meditation, it was so freeing, so liberating, sitting the ocean and so on. But yeah, we what kind of legacy are we leaving, right, behind? So we have 2023, 2024, and generally whether we are doing the physical ascension, some of us are not doing the physical ascension. There's nothing wrong. There are beautiful planes of existence in the etheric or astral plane where those beautiful souls will get their training, and if they're choosing to have also 5D body, they'll meet us there in those high realms of the new earth, right? That is all being created right here, right now. So life is endless, guys. Like, we are eternal souls. Like, again, start remembering really who you truly are. And so this the fear, the ego, the shadow, the negativity, to me extremely to be addressed, to be embraced, and in a way to be welcome. Thank you so much for I'm learning my lesson. Thank you for having shown in my life. I can expand my consciousness. I can finally release the karma for my cellular density, and so the really being grateful and thankful. So there's no being ashamed, and I understand, and especially in the military, those guys, they probably have lots of guilt and blame and shame. Can you imagine? You think you're joining military, you are fighting for this country, and then you find yourself in this, what is it, the nation of the serpent, and you're being drastically abused and violated, and you're put on drugs, some kind of LSD, and then you're drunk, and some kind of their crazy initiation that totally desecrates you, desecrates the divine feminine, and disconnects you from source, from God, from who you truly are. They're breaking you down, and they're making something out of you that you're not. You're just a walking AI. And yeah, that's satellites, like the Nazi Neuralink, right? All kinds of technology, the gear and everything. They can't even decide for themselves. They have to follow the order. If not, I know what happens. They're attacking you. They're burning your aura, energy field, or they come after you, right? So Men in Black. I've experienced everything, guys. So, I'm just sharing my stories. I know like the military operations on an extremely high level, high places. That's why, my projects mostly for them, for the Marines, for the power elite, for those who were under MIC, and dealing with DARPA, right? So it's so we'll see how everything goes, everything not unfolds, but it's for everybody. What are we just kind of what are we creating now for the new earth? Whether you have a YouTube channel, or you have sending a post and things inside, because that's going to be your currency. Your frequency is going to be your currency, right? How you're helping humanity, how are you helping yourself, right? Somebody wants to work with children, somebody wants to maybe start some pottery business, somebody the cooking. I still want to have, like I said, my Ayurveda restaurant, yoga centers and gardens, all this meditation. And again, there'll be party going on, from the job, that's where I'm right now, and all has to do like with drinking, eating. I don't know what's going on. And for me, my party is meditating or sitting on a beach, lighting a candle, chanting. Yesterday, there's this beautiful mantra again that I found on YouTube, and it's just that's what fills my heart, and that's what I want to also teach, and that's what I want to, this kind of my legacy, or that's helping people to embrace and who they really are, not be afraid even of your shadow, because it's part of the lesson, it's part of the existence here in this duality that has been negatively polarized by AI. But that's okay, because you're divine and you're eternal. So just really loving yourself unconditionally. Yeah, I think it's very important in these times, right? Because very challenging and tumultuous times are coming, even with the 2024. So whether it's the civil war or continuation of these interesting AI kind of war timelines, right? So we need to be above it and doing the inner work. It's Ascension, plan B, right? Understanding the Ascension mechanics, right? The exopolitics, the agenda of those negative aliens, right? How to do the transformational, transmutational work, right? Very important. Everything is my guardian ascension protocol, listening to solfeggio tones, the healing, very important, healing energies, right? We need to bring this online, guys. PTSD time to heal, like I said, instead of like writing a book and putting out there all your frustration of your anger, right? That ego, right? Just have your own private notebook and just ask for grace, ask for help, and all the answers to your questions or to your prayers will be coming step by step in the divine timing, right? You'll get the download from your soul, from your oversoul, right? That's your monadic self, right? Because like I said, the galactic core, everything, guys, the cosmic energies, the frequency, the plasma light frequencies, right? We've been inundated, especially the couple of days here since the December the 14th, right? Now we have 17, and it's because right, this is all coming online. Yeah, because we're ascending, but at the same time, right, all this negativity is surfacing, and we have to be in that divine neutrality, in that 0 point, to just kind of transcend, right? Very important. So again, kind of pretending nothing is happening or shoving things under the carpet or like speaking your truth. You have to also be very wise how to navigate, because I still depend on a couple of dollars that I get every hour, right? I don't work much, part-time job. Now it looks like they're not that busy, at that restaurant. So but it just peace, finding that peace within you that passes all understanding. And like I said, for the project, very important, make sure you have some portfolio, you have some project, you write things down, how you want to help others, and what are your gifts and talents, and why did you come here to this planet, who are you, you connect to which star system or constellation, with the Pleiades or the Arcturus or the Andromeda or the Sirius, right? Or Alpha Centauri, and what else do we have? So just understand that about yourself, because that will set you free. Know yourself and be free. So let me just kind of stop this and just kind of focus on a little bit of that meditation. That was again my experience of, just by the way, just letting you know, I'm working with the violet flame. I've done a couple of pages, so I'm very excited about this, because we are bringing the energies of the true ascended master of the Theosophical Society, the true teachings, right, that actually belongs to the foundation of America, as one nation under God, right, with the freedom, with the freedom of speech, right, and the Declaration of Independence, the Constitution of 1776, the Bill of Rights. So this is all coming online, right? I talk about, Madame Blavatsky, this whole Shangri-La, this whole Shambhala. This is also all coming online, right? The cosmic energies here, like I said, the plasma ray frequencies, and of course it comes with all kinds of ascension symptoms. So please be compassionate with yourself, right? Some MD may understand a little bit, right? So you know that there's a very wonderful, I would say, holistic healers, or going back to nature, fasting, or just crackers, simple food, read the ingredients, guys, because we all been programmed, genetically modified here, and all this pollution and chemtrails and fluoride even in our toothpaste, and all these, and for children, oh my goodness, the all kinds of preservatives and additives, right? The whole sugar, the white sugar. And so I was buying at least some things for for my co-workers there, and at least kind of give them organic pistachio, give them organic cassava chips, and give them organic granola, right, with only natural sugar. And what else, give them some very healthy crackers, where there's quinoa, and with like sunflower seeds and hemp seeds and all these kind of stuff. And I still have sunflower butter. Actually, it's got 10% of iron. If you start people think, oh, you need meat, or no. There's superfood, guys, that is super, like spirulina. Okay, I went to buy some candles or little gem also for my co-worker, and so oh my god, there's spirulina, there's moringa, my superfood, to my orange juice. It got me so excited, and it's just like helping others just with little things, right? And so looks like they all enjoyed it, they like it, but I can see it's not, they'll go back to their beef and meat and potatoes and white sugar. But at least slowly and surely, because in my that previous job, they were like, oh, she doesn't eat sugar, and they all are having a hard time. They're all trying to lower your frequency vibration. I'm like, no. And even it's funny how you're against so many people, right? Like even the military, right? Those guys, they're like in the military playing their games, sex games, military games. To me, it's all, they know the chess game, especially the military officers, and the male kind of alpha male draconian or hybrid Anunnaki kind of hologram. I mean, they're just playing. That's all they know. They're just kind of being serious. But I think they need to. Because like for the footages, right? The WikiLeaks, the WikiLeaks, and so that all needs to be embraced. That all needs to be corrected. It all needs to be is brought to divine justice, and it is what it is. So whether they are showing themselves or dropping their intel or whatever, this is all galactically and cosmologically, that's all taken care of. It has to be, because everybody's responsible, guys. Understand the galactic codex, understand the law of one. What are you emitting, transmitting? What are kind of thoughts, emotions you're putting out there? Again, this is going to be your currency, your frequency. Whether you're heart-centered, whether you're sharing your gifts and talents with others, whether you're the column of light shining bright, or you're just pretending, or you're so great and you're thinking about distributing wealth to others, but you got your selfishness, you got your greed, you got your ego going on, you got your fear going on. That's all being registered. Like I said, there's a surveillance of the positive ET races, the benevolent ones, taking care of us. And of course, we're still with the bad guys, right? But some of those bad guys, they're extremely highly advanced individuals, highly advanced, whether on that mental, especially mental level, right? Even though they're black magicians or even satanists or luciferians, they are extremely powerful Draco Anunnaki individuals. So I know that either through my own experience and also because of my bloodline, right? And I just deal with the power elite, and especially in the military, unfortunately. But this is the bloodline that I kind of belong to, that needs to be healed. And we're the warriors, and we're the warriors, system busters, the renegades, and we're also the protectors, the guardians here, whether of this planet, this galaxy, the solar system. So, and we're under the Emerald Order, right? The Emerald Order, Emerald Covenant, Cosmic Sovereign Law. So please understand these things. Very, 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 very important. And of course, we've been dismantling this whole OTO, right? Organizations here, this Black Sun operations, they're Black Sun, they're the Baphomet network. So we've been dismantling all that. So I'm very happy that the Tuban role in hijack of that was the Draco constellation. That was the Orion group. That's AD. That's the galactic core. That's why I talk about the galactic core being finally cleansed and clear, purified and corrected, and the astral reconstruction was happening, so you can bring your soul essence back online. Because in the military they were living off of your soul. That's why, how can you then realize your dream? Suddenly you have this awakening, and you don't want to be terrorist anymore. You don't want to be, you don't want to play this dark role. You don't want to be part of that satanic council, right? And maybe you either fall in love, or you want to do something that is nice. You want to end this cycle, right? So I don't know what I was trying to. So now is the time, and we also had a cosmic twinning, and I don't have the cosmic. So understand that I still have a hard time to be with my soul group and work on the project, right? But it's now easier to find your soulmate when you've done the work, right? And I can see, like, on YouTube, those who already are in partnership, I see how they're flying. Their energy and their work it's blossoming, and they're expanding. How important to be is with your partner, with your soulmate, or because this is how, whether it's this universe, that's how it was created, the whole twin flame, twin ray. And so we had the cosmic twinning, right? Again, that was and the Lisa Rene's newsletter, and I think the word was like Kem, Aloha Tea, like very cosmic energies, right? All reuniting, coming together, the black cosmic sons of that Melchizedek, universal Melchizedek order, so we can finally, bring everything into peace, into divine justice, into bring the cosmic order here back online, because that all these reversals, even in the law, in the judicial system, and in people's aura, energy field, especially in the military, they all pretty much are Israeli assets. It's just because anybody who did this, there's no way how, but we have a technology. It can be cleansed and clear, purified, plus understand the power of your soul, of your heart, can even change that. But if your heart's been shattered, like in my case, because now, full of nanobots, I had all these surgeries, another hyperspace hologram. And so I had to do lots of repairs, because they are feeding off of your higher heart. That's your AT, that's your sacred heart, right? Like you can see Yahshua, this threefold founder flame. That's how the universe was founded, threefold. That was the threefold founder flame. That was the royal houses of Lyra, right? That was the amethyst order, the gold order, and the emerald order. And I work with the emerald order, guys. So let's do a little bit of that meditation. I just kind of explain you, right? So I'm working with these colors, and that's Stargate 13. Yeah, that's the Holy Mother, Divine Mother. So we're bringing the divine energies, right? Holy Mother Sophia, Maria Magdalena, right? So Semper Fidelis, Spiritus Sanctus, Christo Sophia, Maria Magdalena, Fatima. So we are bringing these divine energies, right, here online, especially to the military section, with chanting and really loving yourself unconditionally. And for me, it's devotion, dedication to divine Holy Mother, just like Ramakrishna. He had his devotion to the goddess Kali, that even he transmuted himself. He had so much love, so much devotion, so much dedication to the divine feminine. He himself transmuted his entire body into her image. And again, it is, of course, recorded, it is written, it is known in India. And so another thing, so I'm working on that. And look, I went to library and I found this book, Gloria Steinem. And it's just like, right, it looks very powerful as a feminine kind of leader. And so she wrote a book, My Life on the Road. So I'm very excited to read about it, and how you see how you're attracting these books. That was actually for free. So I want to read her story, because I think she was very influential. But it's like how difficult it is, especially when you're a woman, good looking woman, and you're doing great work. I wish she was in a a very powerful, whether a leader, or also the politics, guys. That's all occult. That needs to change into astrology, numerology, and so on. There's powerful women, right, who believe in great spirit, who travel, who are aware, who are conscious, who are wise, who are beautiful, beautiful, powerful, right? Blissful, abundant. These energies we need to resurrect, very important. Also, I know that for my project and everything that I do, I have to be strong and powerful. So So these are the signs that the universe is sending you, right? So this is for me, for my project, for my evolution, for my mission, for my assignment. So, and that's what feeds your soul. So hopefully you are inspired. So with these meditation, with the meditation when I was on a beach and so on, and imagining, the emerald, right, or these kind of the aquamarine, because we want to, guys, start having contact with our star family, galactic family, with our guardians, to do the mission and to really restructure the entire hologram of that kind of war timeline, right? So very important, we understand our energy field. Very important to work with the 12D shielding, right? Very, guys, important. So this meditation is advanced meditation. So first of all, make sure you're invoking the violet flame. Beloved, I am presence bright around me, still your above light. That make sure you're the violet flame in action, right? So working with these energies, working with the 12D platinum ray, very important, right? Working with the like I said, the platinum crystalline energy, 12D, the Star of David, not what those black magicians, they desecrated, they desecrated the sacred geometry. We are bringing everything online. So very powerful. You have God's sovereign free boundaries, very important, right? And so, with this meditation that I'm introducing, and let me see, we're, of course, working with the divine feminine energies, Holy Mother, Divine Mother, right? And of course, we are balancing the divine feminine, masculine energies as well. Let me see, I think it goes this way, So the divine feminine, divine masculine is all what is within us. That's how divine luminous beings, that's how they were created, right? Even though I physically exhibit the female side, I have both energies, the female and masculine, kind of in that hidden side, in that, on that energy level. That's when, it's just, I know that lots of people, when people see me, oh, this is a piece of cake in the military. Once you start talking to me, oh, this girl, you cannot control, you cannot manipulate, and all these kind of things happening because I have very strong masculine energies. But again, those who want to start healing themselves from all these, this inserts, holographic inserts, were attacked, all these psychotronic weapons and so on. So I'm creating this, this new kind of meditation. That's the kind of emerald order contact, right? Where you start imbuing your body energy field with this aquamarine emerald kind of colors of healing of Stargate, the 13 dimension Holy Mother, and you start bringing your energies back online. So we are starting in our heart, right? We're dropping and starting in our heart, right? We have the divine spark there, that is then being, of course, enveloped with with these frequencies of the emerald and of the aquamarine, right? And we are dropping the energy here to our tailbone. We need to heal our sexual energy, our first chakra, right? And then we start correcting all these reversals. So we'll go up the spine, the energy, right? Whether you can just imagine like a teardrop dropping from your heart to your tailbone, or it's like a ball of light, of that emerald and of the light, or whether you start coming online here, going up, right? Going up the spine and then going through the skull, right? So we are resurrecting the true original current of your morphogenetic field, electromagnetic field, masculine, magnetic, feminine field, right? And so we'll be circulating these energies, right? And again, we're going back here, again, we can start with our heart, dropping into our tailbone. And so 3 times, I think I did a couple of times, I did this circling here around my body, my energy field with that emerald frequency, with the aquamarine colors and so on, right? Staying in our heart is very important. Through our heart, we are bursting these energies around us. So we find ourselves it's like a sphere of, this 13D energy of that emerald order, of that aquamarine, of that Stargate D13, right? So we are surrounding ourselves with these energies, purifying everything, making sure this our while our stargates are opening correctly, our what is the meridians? Our meridians are also restructuring, right? The cells are being cleansed and clear and purified, right? Again, I see lots of violet flame actually at the same time, and also lots of light when I'm doing this kind of meditation. And also we are reconstructing or healing our throat chakra, because we've been suppressed, oppressed so many years or even decades. We couldn't really speak my truth. And of course it comes to also to your past life experiences, those who were who were either burned at stake, or who were crucified, or just kind of because the crusaders, the warriors, right, the Christos Templars, that energy, right? Because some of those guys actually in the military, they have the energy of the Christos Templars, and then they were trained to be black hats and to be terrorists. So that all needs to be embraced, right? So once we are finding ourselves in this beautiful, that's the beautiful sphere of that emerald and the of the aquamarine, or even of that amethyst, of that golden color, right? So we go through, we actually through that's your third eye, through crown chakra, you actually start connecting to your soul star chakra. That's your 10th dimension. And that's where you start resurrecting all the energies, right, that had been taken from you, or that had been so desecrated, and just kind of we all been compromised, or we've been degraded. So that's how you start bring your power back online, right? When you start bringing that soul energy back online, connecting within your heart, then there is this click, and your aura energy fields expands, right? Of course, with God's sovereign free boundaries, very important. The work that we do have, of course, protection, because we can be easily attacked. Those are on that blue flame of that Melchizedek order. So we've been extremely here persecuted and ostracized and so on. But from that kind of place, right, when you're immersed with these energies, you can actually go up to your 10D, right? And that's where you actually find yourself sitting in a lotus position, right? And you can start praying and meditating and asking the Great Spirit, asking the universe, asking the Andromeda, your crystal star family, the guardian races, for help, for healing, for resurrection, for protection, helping you with your mission, expansion of your consciousness, so you can finally feel peace within you and start understanding the true nature of reality, who you truly are. So we'll practice next time. I'll talk to you then. Many blessings and namaste. Bye-bye.